What's good, everybody? Welcome to another gifted upload. We're staying consistent, not missing another 2 weeks. This is gonna be quick. Tonight we're gonna see a good basketball matchup for the Warriors and the Boston Celtics. This is a matchup that I'm very excited for. I think both teams have been turbulent. Golden State obviously more. After Golden State dominated Boston in their home matchup, I think Boston is going to take this matchup very, very personal. I expect to see a lot of great things from Jayson Tatum. We don't know if Jaylen Brown is going to be playing the game yet, but there's a lot to discuss. So, as we know, Golden State road record is really bad. Right now, our team is not doing great on the road. They're figuring certain things out, but I also feel like an element to it is they play down to their level of competition way too much. This is going to be a competitive matchup, so I think there's a lot to glean from how this goes. If they get blown out, I'm going to be upset, but I do believe this is going to be a close game. The difference to me in this game is going to be like a lot of other Golden State games. The free throw line. The Warriors as a whole have a poor free throw rate as a team. And going up against the Boston Celtics, if they're able to be more physical than us, get more rebounds, run, that has been our kryptonite in a lot of these games. But Boston doesn't really have that interior presence as much as some of the other teams that we have lost to do. So I think that it's a lot more balanced of a matchup. I want to see the defense key in on Tatum, similar to what they did in Golden State. Klay Thompson should be playing tonight. I think Steve Kerr said he didn't like where Klay was at, so hopefully he's not a late scratch. That would be very tough. But I do believe this is a game that matters because right now, after last night, Golden State is the the sixth ranked team in the West. And considering what our record has been and the embarrassing losses that we've had, I think that is a great place to be at. But you want to build on that. And to me, if you can close out your record right now by winning this game and winning at Cleveland, then overall you will have went positive on the road after that long homestand we had earlier. So if they can do that, I think they can make progress towards riding the ship. We have to see if Jonathan Kuminga is going to actually play basketball tonight. I think he would be phenomenal as a backup piece to kind of impact the game. He was doing really positive things when Steph wasn't playing, if you guys paid attention to those games. So I'm curious to see what Kerr does on that front. But I think this game tonight is the Andrew Wiggins game. And I say that because Wiggins has not been great since coming back off of his illness and injury. But I think versus the Boston Celtics, this is a game where we finally see the Andrew Wiggins, Jayson Tatum, POA matchup. And I think Andrew Wiggins on the offensive end will look to assert himself more at the rim and at the basket. I think the offensive rebounding of Wiggins and Looney shows up a lot more in this game than the other games. I just think that the entire team's urgency level will pick up because they're playing a team that they respect, that they have matched up with in the finals. The history and the emotional history from just winning the finals in Boston is there. So I think this is going to be a very key game on both sides. I think Tatum wants to come out and prove that he can play really good versus Golden State. He wants to shake that complete narrative that they give him the biggest problems of any team. And I think he wants to redeem how he played prior when they played earlier at home. So because of that, I think both sides have vested interest in this game. I think Curry is going to come out trying to set the tone and example as well. People have not been talking about Steph Curry in MVP talks, and a lot of it has been because A, he was hurt, but B, initially after the injury, he wasn't putting up the same numbers. I think the 40-point explosion in DC is waking him back up to do what he was doing before he got hurt. And I think he wants to make a statement as well. Now, if this team gets embarrassed and blown out, again, there's no excuses. I don't care if they're on the road and the road record is not great. If this team wants to win a championship, like I've been saying for the entire season, you have to have a sense of urgency on the road as well. So the road record, I expect to be better. And now that they're playing competitive teams, there is no excuse. There is no reason to not try hard and have effort, they should win the next two games, in my opinion, based on what I know Golden State to be. Granted, it's still early. It's only January. The trade deadline has not ended, but you just want to see them fully go on that run. Because a lot of people, myself included, look at this team and say, wow, even though the record has not been good up to this point, you know a run is coming. And I think the run could potentially start in DC. But I think Wiggins has to be big in this game as that POA guy on Tatum to help give him problems. I think Draymond's backline defense is going to matter a lot in this matchup. Are they going to do the same drop coverage principles they normally do versus Steph, or are they going to blitz? If they do blitz, Draymond should be able to eat the defense alive and really produce on the offensive end. I think this season he's been really underrated in terms of his offensive burst this season. So I do believe he's capable of capitalizing off of the advantages of Steph a lot more in this matchup if they're present. But I think the wings are really going to be the difference in this game. If Brown doesn't play, I think Boston has the depth to play multiple guys who want to get to the basket. So again, in all the Golden State's losses, what has been the issue? You've seen foul discipline be a key problem. You've seen guys not getting to the basket and settling for three-point shots. Like, you want to force Boston to try to outshoot Golden State, because when they do that and they take a bunch of those shots, unless they're hot, they will leave the door open for us to go on a run. So I expect Golden State to capitalize off of that, to feed off of that, but to also just play up to their level of competition. I think we're this far, halfway into the season, that seeding matters. We all know that, obviously. And they've lost so many games at the start that there is no making up that difference. But Golden State is a team that's playing to be a top 4 seed, not a top 2, maybe not even a top 3 seed. So to me, this is the time that you want to put together good basketball habits and go on a run, especially when you're playing good teams who want the matchup. And I think Boston at home is going to get fueled by that crowd. So again, if you haven't been watching the games, tap in for Golden State versus Boston. I think it's going to be fun. Also linked in the description in the comments below, I will be doing a watch party. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, a watch party where we go from the beginning of the game to the end. I will also be hosting Twitter Spaces during this time as well. But on the YouTube live stream, there will be a watch party where we watch the game play by play, and I will be breaking down exactly what I see. So that should be pretty fun. To start, I think Klay Thompson could be hot. Klay is a quick trigger burst type of guy, so I do believe in this first half he could be a decoy shooter that they're paying a lot of attention to, that opens up a lot of lanes for other players. That's why I think Andrew Wiggins can really feed off of him. I want to see more Wiggins and Klay actions where you see Wiggins setting off-ball screens for Klay, so he moves around and then Wiggins dives, or vice versa. I just want to see a lot more creativity with Andrew Wiggins than just, oh, Wiggins, you're open, so shoot 6 catch and shoot threes a game. No, I want to see Wiggins take like maybe 3 to 4 threes, but have a heavy diet of getting to the basket and not settling for too many jumpers. I think Andrew Wiggins can take a lot of their guards off of the dribble and get into the paint. It's just a matter of touching the paint and showing why he's Andrew Wiggins and why he can have that profound impact on the game. I think Poole off the bench is also a big thing, because Boston's bench compared to ours, I think Golden State's bench scoring could also be key in this game, because I believe Boston overall has better depth than Golden State, but the piece of Poole coming off the bench, they simply don't have a player like that can mirror or match that level of productivity that we know Poole is capable of. I think Poole has to, again, take it as his responsibility to be a creator that touches the paint a lot, scores a lot inside, and obviously you can take your transition threes, you can take your off-the-ball catch and shoot threes, and you can even self-create and take those step backs that he likes to take, but have a heavy, balanced diet of shots all over the place when he's coming off that bench. That's what I want to see from Jordan Poole, absolutely. But got to go to work, so I'm going to end the video here. Let me know if you're rocking with these types of videos in the future. Tomorrow I have a Sacramento Kings breakdown video coming, so that'll be kind of different. But make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And I will catch you guys tonight, 7 o'clock watch party on the channel. If you click the link in the description, or if you just look at the channel, it's an upcoming live stream that's popping up. So make sure to tap in for that. But peace out, people.